How's it going, everybody? You know it's your favorite YouTuber, your favorite Trans Am trucker of all time. You know the trucking prodigy is here. And with this video, I actually wanted to, give a little advice on what I actually use while I'm actually on the road and things that might help me out along the way. Aside from using since as y'all know, I met a couple people as soon as I got to the terminal and whatnot. They kind of recognized me from YouTube and everything, and I appreciate the love and whatnot. But with this video, I'm gonna show y'all what I've been using while I've been on the road. And as y'all can see, I still have not cut my hair, and it's probably gonna be like this for another 2 weeks and whatnot if I don't find somewhere to get me a haircut or whatnot. But without running my mouth, I'm gonna show y'all a couple things. It's not much. It's only a few things. Uh, on another note, I actually had a chance to wash my clothes yesterday. It really needed it. As soon as I got to the hotel, I made sure I had washed them bitches. So now they all smelling fresh and clean. And I should be good to go for about a week. I'm probably gonna be out on the road for 2 weeks. But without further ado, I'm gonna show y'all what I use. Now, for all y'all out there that's kind of messy in your truck and whatnot, I'm not pointing out any names or anything, but I've met some people whose truck is very dirty, trashy, don't know how to take care of it. To me, I don't know. They might be the next hoarders when they get older or something. But some trucks are just nasty. They don't know how to clean it. Things is everywhere. Paperwork, cans, trash, anything you can name, people holding in their damn truck. And I just don't know why. I don't know why. Maybe somebody can answer that for me. I mean, it's good to travel and you get some souvenirs when you travel and you want to keep it and hold on to it. That's fine, but when you go home, take that shit out your damn truck. Please, because that shit is just horrible and disgusting and I don't like it. But for those who are kind of lazy, like me sometimes with your paperwork, all you do is just not fling it all over the place, but you get it, set it to the side, and then you forget about it until you get to your final destination. And then with that, as soon as you get it again, you set it off to the side. I do that sometimes. I actually stopped doing that. A couple months ago, I went ahead and got me a few things that actually helped me with that. Now, somewhat of a little book. You can find these at a Flying J or a Pilot or whatnot. And I like it because it helps me actually keep a little organized. As you can see, I done threw away all my previous bills of ladings and whatnot. But the thing that I like most about this is that it has a calculator on the front. Do you know what I do with this calculator? I do a lot of things with this damn calculator. I use this to find out how much money I'd have made. As I know a lot of you probably use your phone and whatnot, but sometimes I just don't like using my phone. I like to utilize everything that I have. And since this is actually where all my bills of ladings go and all my receipts, well, all my receipts until I actually scan them in, and then I actually got like a clear. Let me actually show you. Hold on one second. I actually got one of these. This actually came with some toiletries. I still got the toiletries, but I saw I can use this little bag for something else. And as you see, I got my receipts in there. So something to help me keep my receipts. As soon as I scan them in, I just throw them in the bag, and I just hold on to them till the end of the year. So that's two things. The notebook. I don't even think it's a notebook. Little folder for all your bills of ladings, and your little bag for your receipts. Now, I know we've all heard that Oh, excuse me. I know we all heard that sometimes the electronic logs can go out. I haven't seen any go out as of yet, but in case they do go out, it's always good to have some driver logs, some papers, and I actually learned how to actually do these quite well while I was gone. So if anything was to happen, now I know how to use these. And I know if y'all been to any truck stops, y'all seen these hanging up somewhere. And I forgot how much they are. I think they're about $3, $4 or something. But yeah, it's always good to have these in hand just in case, something happens and you got to keep up with your own logs. And I've actually learned a little trick to actually use these. But I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to tell y'all what it is. If I was to meet any of y'all in person, I'd probably let y'all know, but I'm not going to let that type of information out because that can get a lot of people in trouble. It can get me in trouble as well. So, got the book, bag for receipts, and some paper logs. Now, when the paper logs go out, well, not the paper logs, when your Qualcomm or your Garmin goes out, you know that GPS goes along with it, so you don't know where the hell you're going or where's your next turn. Now, I'm just going to go ahead and get this out the way. As y'all already know, I have me a personal GPS, which I actually learned how to actually use it correctly now. So I tend to use this a lot. I use the GPS that comes on the Qualcomm or the Garmin, but I use this a lot too because I feel like this actually, I don't trust GPSs that much, but this Rand McNally tablet, it's actually been doing me some justice. So I feel like it's better to have two GPSs than only one, because one might just send you down a shithole into a ditch, and you might die, or something might happen. I don't fucking know. But you might get lost, you might be late, or one GPS might say turn here, the other one might say turn here. If the one that says go this way, if I look that way and that look like someplace that I don't want to go down, I'm just going to stay right on this one and go right down this highway until I reach a turn that I feel is safe. And 9 times out of 10, this is going to send you down somewhere where it's safe. I got this early when I started trucking. I got this, it was $500. Some places it's actually $400. Or that might be a different GPS on Rand McNally. But I got this because it actually has a lot more functionality to it. And it's kind of dead right now, so I really can't tell y'all everything that's on it. But yeah, I use this as well. This is my GPS. I have fun with it. It helps me find my way. I'm going to put that right there. Yeah, I know it's getting kind of cluttery up here already. Another good thing, some extra seals. Usually the companies that you go to, they already give you some extra seals, but I had got these when I was an owner-operator for a short period of time. Thank goodness. I was only here for a fucking week. But I had got these anyway, because you never know. You might need some extra seals. So, ain't really too much I can say about these, but I think it's always a good idea just to have a little extra or something, because you never know when you might need them. So I got seals. Now, do I really need to say what these are used for? It's self-explanatory. Sunny day, shades, keep the sun out your eyes. You good to go. I have some headphones, Bluetooth headphones, no strings attached. No strings attached or whatnot, but I only use these when I'm actually done for the day, when I'm actually done driving and I want to just sit back, chill, listen to some tunes for about maybe 30 minutes, an hour, maybe 2 hours. Who fucking knows? Might be 3 hours and whatnot. Because I rarely, on the road, I rarely watch TV. Because you only got 10 hours of a break. Unless you're so close and you can actually afford to spend 14 or 15 hours, not doing anything. But I have those to listen to some music or whatnot. Because usually, if I was to watch TV, I usually watch TV for about an hour and a half, 2 hours, and then TV's off or I leave it on and I go to sleep. Wake up maybe like an hour and a half or an hour before I get back on the road, and I'm back on the road and I continue the routine. Now, for those that just can't help but just keep your phone up to your ear, like just yesterday when I was getting a ride to the hotel, this dude, he was on his phone. He was just on his phone, and I guess he wasn't watching to see the van back up and whatnot. And it really seemed like he just didn't care. Now you would care if that van was to hit your ass, and then you would be yelling and kicking and screaming. You should have watched where you was going. Ah, he hit me. No, you shouldn't have had that damn phone up to your ear. What you need to do is get one of these. Now, some people have the Bluetooth headsets that actually go on your ear. A little headband or some shit. I don't know what the fuck you call them, but some people have that, and that's totally fine. But I feel like that's just I don't. I feel like I don't need that. I just need something simple. So I got a Plantronics. I think that's how you pronounce it. A Plantronics earpiece. They have another one of these. I think it's like a more expensive one. This one was 119. I think they have one that's about 150 something or 160 something. I don't think it's. I mean, they damn near look the same. So I really don't see what's the point in buying one at that amount. But this has actually done me good. It's 6 hours of talk time, and it's very clear when you're on the phone with somebody. Unlike these, when I actually, talk to somebody in these, I can hear them, but it's not as clear as this. And plus, with my hair, you could barely see that I even have these on. So you might look at me and think I'm talking to myself and whatnot. Like I might be just a crazy kook, crazy nut. Like, I don't be caring. I be having people to talk to. I ain't got nobody to talk to right now. I feel lonely. I was talking to somebody, but she told me she was gonna call me back. I don't think she's gonna call me back though. So, yeah, cause she was working, all night and whatnot. She working the night shift for like 3 months and whatnot. So 9 times out of 10, she's gonna go home and go right to sleep, and I probably ain't gonna talk to her until maybe like later on. So, for you guys that can't keep your phone away from your ear, get you one of these. Please get you one of these, cause if you get pulled over by DOT and they see you with that, you're gonna get a fine. I don't know how much the fine is. I just know you will get fined, and I'd rather you be safe than sorry. I mean, I still got like 2 tickets that I have to pay, but it wasn't because of the phone. It was 2 overweight tickets and whatnot. But I will pay those as soon as I get back on the road, because I want to make back all the money that I missed out on, and plus get back the money that I spent while I was in that damn hotel room. So as soon as I get that back up, I'll say the 2 weeks that I drive and whatnot. After them 2 weeks, I'll go ahead and pay the tickets and whatnot. It's nothing too serious and whatnot. But yeah. So make sure you get one of these. It'll help you out a lot. And then at the end of the day, before you go to sleep, you charge up your headphones. You charge this up. I just keep this on the charger. I mean, it's in the window, so it stays on the charger, so it never goes dead. And when you wake up, boom, I mean, everything's charged up, ready to go. Now, I know a lot of people do the same thing, because I do it. You use the GPS to find the fuel stops, and that's perfectly fine. I mean, that's perfectly fine. It's convenient. It's right there in your face. You could just press a couple buttons, look at the truck stops and whatnot, and there you go. That's fine. But I had bought one of these Fuel Finder 2017, and it's actually pretty good. It has a lot of the major fuel stops, and plus some mom and pop stops, and it also has the states, the interstates, the exits, and it actually tells you if there's food, showers, a scale. What is it? Fuel, showers, scales, parking, and it actually tells you, how not how much parking it has, but what's the size? Like, is it a huge parking lot? Is it a small parking lot, medium, whatever? But usually when I do my pre-plans and whatnot, I tend to use this. That way I already know firsthand before I even get to that area, where am I going to stop? Where's the best place? Well, I really want to say best place, but it tells you where you can go to fuel. Of course, it's not going to tell you, how much the fuel is and whatnot, but I already have a website for that, and I'll probably make a video about that website as well. It it sort of does the same thing as the book does, but it tells you what the price of fuel is. And usually I usually try to find the cheapest fuel. The cheapest I ever seen fuel was like 218. And that was real cheap. And usually when I find cheap fuel like that, I fill the fuck up. I fill up. So yeah, a book help you find some fuel and whatnot. Now, this is one of the major things. If your GPS ever goes out, you're not gonna know where the hell you're going at. And if you're not used to reading an atlas, it's about time you actually learn how to use an atlas. So I got one of these. Motor Carrier's Road Atlas. I usually use this before I even get on the road. Even though I have the coordinates in the GPS already in both of them, I usually like to look at this. That way I can find the fastest way to actually get to the destination. And I'll probably have to do another video on actually how to read this atlas, or any atlas in general. I mean, it's pretty simple. The main thing I had trouble keeping in mind is that even number interstates are east and west. Odd number interstates are north and south. So that's one thing that I had to get stuck in my head and whatnot. Because I didn't know whether I was going east or west, because you already know the roads, they go this way, that way, but overall they going down or up or east and west. It's kind of confusing sometimes. But yeah, I use this atlas to make sure that I know exactly where I'm going, what interstate can I actually stay on without dealing with all the turns and whatnot. Because if I can just go right down 70 and whatnot, and the GPS is telling me take this exit, take this exit, take this exit, but on the map, I mean, it shows I can clearly just keep going down Interstate 70. And, and then I can take the exit as soon as I get close to my destination. There's no need to do all the turning. So, as you can see, it's kind of what I mainly use. And yeah, I tend to get some souvenirs as well. Unfortunately, one of my souvenirs broke. I got too much shit in my goddamn bag. And I had a feeling it was going to break anyway. But the main ones that I actually still got I'm about to show y'all what I actually have for a souvenir. For a souvenir. But where's this chair going down? But come on now. I don't know what's wrong with this chair, but for you guys that hate to put that damn sheet over your mattress when you get in the truck, because I hate it. I did it one time and I never wanted to do it again, because I hate fighting with that damn mattress. It get on my nerves. So what I did, I bought me a sleeping bag. See, I bought me a sleeping bag. So, it's no more fighting with the mattress. And that's mainly just for ain't no more fighting with the mattress. I got me a sleeping bag, just lay the sleeping bag over and take your ass to sleep. I got me a pillow as well. I kind of hate that pillow now because it flattened out, so it's not as cushy as it used to be. So yeah, probably gonna need to find me another sleeping bag, or just fold it over. You know how us black folks do, fold the damn pillow over and sleep on that motherfucker. But let me show y'all what I have for my souvenir. I forgot where I got it from. I think I got it in New York. I think it was in New York. It wasn't New York City, because I don't want to go to New York City, but I think it was like the outside of New York or something. It was actually pretty alright. I actually got one of these. A little something nice to hang up in the house. Yeah. I don't know how that's gonna read to y'all. I don't know if it's backwards or whatnot. It shouldn't be backwards. It should be right. But yeah, I got this. A little glass Friends display. I actually plan on putting this when I go home, right at the entrance of my little foyer. So when I have family and friends, they feel welcome. The same thing, family. So, family and friends. And this is how I actually look at all my brothers and sisters. We're family and we're friends. Except for when we have a falling out and, we're never talking to each other again. So I still look at them as family and friends, but we're just having like a little quarrel right now. Sometimes it's forever. Sometimes people take that shit to the grave with them. I don't know why, I just felt like doing that. So, but what I'm actually doing right now, I don't feel like walking over there to get that, but people who got a lot of chump change, change is laying around and whatnot. I actually have me a Missouri. I think that's Missouri. I think it's, yeah, a Missouri piggy bank for the loose change. Just drop it in there, and whenever I need some change, I have it right there. So I got that, but this is everything that I mainly use. I need to buy me more body wash or whatnot. Come down to my last bit, but I'll do that as soon as I get back on the road. But yeah, this is everything that I use. You don't have to get you don't have to get everything that I have. You can find something that actually benefits you a little bit better. But this is just something that I use. So if you think it's going to help you out, or if you want to find something that's possibly going to help you out even more, I'm sorry, force a habit. I need my hair done. If I find, it's just a force of habit. I find something that needs to be twisted. It's just a force of habit. But you can go to any old truck stop, a TA, a Pilot, a Flying J. A lot of people like petrol. I don't know. I just don't like petrol like that. TAs, I never really stopped at a TA. Usually I stop at Pilot and Flying J's. I don't know why. It just seems better to me. Nothing's wrong with TA. I'm a start stopping at TAs a little bit more often, but usually Pilot and Flying J I actually stop there the most. That way I can benefit from their rewards program. So I tend to fuel there a lot and stay there a lot. But Petros, they have some good food. You rarely find food places inside Pilot and Flying J's aside from what they have at the register with the hamburgers and the corn dogs and nachos. I love me some nachos. I'm gonna eat me some nachos regardless. But when it comes to real food, not many that I've been at has a little food place. But TAs, Petros, they do have them, and they do be good. Petro, last time I had a Petro, they had one of them giant turkey legs, and that was good. I couldn't eat the whole thing at one time. I ate half of it, and then later on I ate the other half. But update on my situation. I'm at the hotel. I was at Trans Am's terminal and whatnot. I did my uh, rehire papers, and I did my drug tests, and I found out that the settlement that I thought I was going to have as soon as I got back to the house, it's not really a settlement at all. So I didn't really have anything. And I had actually talked to them about that fuel card situation, try to see if I can get a little bit more in depth about the whole thing. And to me, it was exactly as I thought. When you use their fuel card, the money that you use to actually fuel your truck, they take that out of your settlement. Now, here's a little tip. If that's the case, if you don't have any money when you come here, you can still lease because they say, I think it's still the same. You get 2 weeks without that truck payment coming out. So that's 2 weeks of money. But if you use their fuel card for them 2 weeks, you might as well say that's the truck payment. If you use their card for them 2 weeks, it kind of equals to the truck payment. Might be a little more. Cause if you use $900 in their fuel, then of course they're gonna take that $900 out. But since you don't have to worry about that truck payment, the first 2 weeks, if you use their fuel card or if you don't use their fuel card, them 2 weeks, your first 2 weeks, you can get 14 to 1500. Now, what you do with that is your startup money. So if you get 14 or 1500 for them 2 weeks, let's just say about 28 to 3000 for them 2 weeks. That's your startup money. After you get those two solid settlements, stop using the fuel card because that's when the truck payment's going to come out. And if you're still using that fuel card when the truck payments start, yeah, that's going to be a lot of money coming out of your settlement. So the first 2 weeks that you actually start, use the money that you earn for them 2 weeks without the truck payment. And then after them 2 weeks, stop using the fuel card in general. Use your own money. And it's kind of crazy because I was just looking at some Trans Am